In this lesson, you're going to learn to find the diameter and the radius of a circle when you're given the circumference. A circle has a circumference of 12 inches. Find the diameter. Use 3 14/100 for pi. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Step 1, you're going to write the formula for circumference. C equals pi d. Step 2, you're going to substitute the circumference that you are given. So we are given a circumference of 12 inches, so I'm going to substitute 12 for C. Since I'm given a value of 3 14/100 for pi, I'm going to substitute 3.14 for pi in my equation. Step 3, divide by the coefficient. Since 3.14 is being multiplied by the variable d, then 3.14 is the coefficient. So I'm going to divide 12 by 3 14/100 to get the measurement for d. When I divide 12 by 3 14/100, I get a diameter of 3.82. The diameter of the circle then is 3 82/100 inches. Now it's your turn. A circle has a circumference of 28 meters. Find the diameter. Use 3 14/100 for pi. Solve this problem on a separate sheet of paper and then check your answer. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Go ahead and pause this video now and complete each step on your paper and then start the video when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, for step 1, you should have written the formula C equals pi d. You were given a circumference of 28 meters, so you would have substituted 28 for circumference. And you're given the value of 3 14/100 for pi, so you should have substituted 3.14 for pi in your equation. Now you're going to divide by our coefficient. Our coefficient is 3.14, so I'm going to divide 28 by 3.14, and that's going to equal the diameter. When you divide 28 by 3 14/100, you get a diameter of 8.92. So the diameter of the circle is 8 92/100 meters. Now let's find the radius. A circle has a circumference of 9 centimeters. Find the radius. Use 3 14/100 for pi. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. We are going to follow the exact same steps that we followed to find the diameter. And then since we know that radius is half of the diameter, then we're going to divide that answer by 2 to get the radius. So when you write the formula, you should have C equals pi d. You're going to substitute the circumference. We're given a circumference of 9. So our equation now is 9 equals pi d. We're given a value of 3 14/100 for pi. So when I substitute that in for pi, my equation now says 9 equals 3.14 d. Then we divide by the coefficient. Our coefficient is 3.14. So we're going to divide 9 by 3.14 to get our diameter. When I divide 9 by 3.14, I get a diameter of 2.87. Now finally, to get the radius, I need to divide that diameter by 2. So when I divide 2.87 by 2, I get 1.44. So the radius of my circle is 1 44/100 centimeters. Finally, I want to point out a shortcut now that you understand each of the steps and how we found the diameter and radius when we were given the circumference. Going back to our original problem, the first problem we looked at, a circle has a circumference of 12 inches. find the diameter, use 3.14 for pi, round your answer to the nearest hundredth. To find the diameter of a circle, you can simply divide the circumference by pi. So we're going to divide 12 by 3.14 to get our diameter. So we have a diameter of 3 inches. Now, if you want to find the radius of the circle, you're just going to divide your diameter by 2, and you get a radius of 1.92 inches. That's all for today's lesson. Please be sure to let me know if you have any questions.